another one of my Leetcode videos. In this video, we will solve Leetcode question 75, which is sort colors. So the question is basically we're given an array nums with n objects. So this is the array num. It has n objects in it. Each object represents a color, and there are only 3 colors, so either red, white, or blue. And we sort them in place so that the objects of the same color are adjacent. So, and the order should be red, white, and red. So, red, white, and blue. So basically, we sort the array so that all the reds come first, and then all the whites, and then all the blues. So the integers 0, 1, and 2 are used to represent red, white, and blue. And we cannot use, a built-in sort function. So the key thing is we need to basically update this array so that it's sorted in this order, basically red, white, and blue. So the key thing we're going to use here is the fact that there are only 3 colors, right? So all we have to do here is basically count the number of zeros and then put that many zeros at the start of the array. Count the number of ones or white and put that at the middle of the array, and then count the number of blues or the number 2s and put that at the end of the array. So we'll basically first create an array of counts so that we can count like the number of zeros, 1, and 2s, and basically this count will be of size 3. So the 0th index of this array will represent the number of zeros, the first index will represent the number of ones, and the second index will represent the number of 2s. And so we just loop through this nums array and say counts at n is equal to or plus plus, right? So basically what this will do, n here can be either 0, 1, or 2 because that's the colors in the array. So if it's 0, it'll increment counts at 0. If it's 1, it'll increment counts at 1. And if it's 2, it'll increment counts at 2. So at the end of this, our counts array will contain the number of reds, whites, and blues respectively. And so now what we need to do is update this nums array based on the counts, right? So what we are going to do is we're going to basically loop through this array and put the populate the nums array according to this count. So what we'll first do is we'll have our count index go from 0 to 3. So the count index basically either can be 0, 1, or 2, which is the colors. And now we also need our nums index. So this index will keep track of where we are in the nums array in populating things. And what we'll basically do is for int j is equal to 0, j less than counts at count index j plus plus. So here we're looping through the number of times that each count index appears. So if counts at 0 is let's say 2, right? There are 2 let's say, using this example, if counts at 0 will be 2 because we have 2 zeros. So this loop will run twice, and in each iteration what we want to do is set nums at nums index to equal the counts index, right? Because the counts index represents the color. So we'll have 2 zeros, and then in the next iteration we'll increment, this is count index, we'll increment count index. So this will be now also counts at count index will be 2 because we have 2 ones, and then this loop will run twice to populate the next 2 indexes with 1. So we also need to increment nums index. So every time we populate the nums array, we increment the index. And so at the end, this should update our nums array with the correct values. And let's run the code to see how that works. Oops, new int. Yep, and let's submit it. Perfect. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.